Previously on my horror character tier list, I may or may have not said that this time, or that basically the next time we're going to do a tier list is going to be based off of combat characters. But if you don't know, well, you know now. And I'm just going to let you know that next time I do a tier list, it's going to be the biggest tier list I'll ever do based off of this game. And it's going to be the last tier list I do for this game, apparently. Maybe I'll do a tier list of some other game I play or get addicted to in the future. We may never know. But so far, let's just go with the combat character tier list here. Now, I've shuffled all the characters, so let's go ahead first with normal Spider-Man. Now, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man PS4 is similar to the normal Spider-Man, as in Tom Holland Spider-Man. I don't think their moves are any different. I haven't played Tom Holland's skin, but I'm pretty sure they both have the same move sets. And I must admit, Spider-Man is actually pretty OP with the Spider Sense because it's like he can dodge almost anything or pretty much anything at all. I would put him in around B tier. I'll probably explain later why I put him at B instead of A. But anyways, next we have Moon Knight. Now, what I do really love about Moon Knight is that he has three different move sets, as in depend upon which character you use. There's Jake, there's Mr. Knight, and then there's Moon Knight. Now, personally, I do think that Mr. Knight and Jake are by far my most favorite personalities in the game, like as in based on their move sets. Because the Honshu Slam is very OP, changing the sky is very overpowered as well. Healing Pyramid is actually useful. I do like how he is like how he has a healing ability. I don't know why though, but Jake seems to have a very weird gun effect whenever he shoots him. But I do love his Lockley grab as well. That seems like a very overpowered one, but you have to get really close to it. I don't understand Moon Knight's movesets overall with the Crescent Splash. I do understand the rest though. Heavy Punch, come on, that's simple. But the only thing I have, which is the biggest issue with Moon Knight, is that sometimes whenever I get close to killing someone, whenever I'm at red health, he just bugs. I can't attack anyone, I can't finish off anyone. There's that. But let's just say he's fixed. I think he's around this tier or A. This is a very hard decision. Uh, I think let's put him in A. He deserves better. Next one is Lovey. Now, yesterday we pretty much discussed about the update. I don't use him much. He's not exactly my favorite. I mean, I barely know the character, so I can't really say anything about it. But in terms of first looks, I think he's actually a pretty good one for a starter. So I think let's just put him over here. He's not better than Spider-Man, though. There's that. Now the next one is Miguel. Now Miguel is one of the Spider-Man which don't actually have Spider Sense. Instead, he does have the backup call in which he calls in Spider Woman, but sometimes it doesn't work, and that's frustrating. But I can sort of understand why here. I mean, the bike explosion must be very powerful. I have never been able to test it out on someone because it's very difficult to use. But let's just say I think he would be around C tier or maybe, yeah, I think maybe B here, but he's not better than Spider-Man, the original one. Now the next one is Batman. Now Batman is overall pretty average. I think he's pretty good, somewhat equal to Moon Knight. I do love how whenever you use an explosion, you can the mini explosive. You can also use the counter at the same time, and it'll work on that guy. So you can counter that guy even when he's done no damage to you. This works for many combat characters which have explosives and counters, or whenever the explosive works on you, you can just counter whoever is closest to you. So I think the only issue with Batman is the grapple hook. Sometimes the grapple hook doesn't actually work for me. It's bugged sometimes, or most of the times you can say. Now, I would say he's somewhat equal to Moon Knight. I wouldn't put him in S tier. I don't want to play favoritism. I'm being completely honest here. So I think I would put Batman in the same tier. I don't know how to make the same tier. I mean, I guess there's just that. Now the next one is Mr. Fantastic. Now, when I was playing as him, like just a while ago, I was actually pretty interested in his moves. It was similar to Luffy as well, but I do think it's pretty good, especially with the spinning axe. That's a really good move, to be honest. So I think I would also put him maybe around B as well, maybe. Now the next one is Vader. Now, the only issue with Vader, I'm pretty sure it's obvious, is that he's by far the slowest in the game, the slowest character in the game because he cannot run. But I do like how his walk speed is a little more faster compared to the average walk speed of a Marvelous playground character. So at least there's that. So that makes up for the inability for him to run. But I do like how Dan decided to go with realism here. I do hope that he adds more Star Wars characters to him. Did I just say Stone? But I do hope that he does, yeah, add more characters related to Star Wars sooner or later. So I do think that he would be around here because let's just say if you get into a close combat with someone, well, he's just very overpowered. The next one is Paul Atreides. Now, Paul definitely carried by the airstrike, and it makes sense why it takes so long to reload. Now, the thing is, the only issue is the head bump because the hitbox is very small. So if you mess that up and someone just keeps moving back and forth back, then you basically just miss it. There's a high chance of you missing it, and this has happened to me quite a lot of times, which is why I don't always use him. But if I want to troll around or just get some high explosive damage, he's definitely one of them. And there's pretty much the next one as well. I'll discuss that. Now, where would I put him? I would say he's either somewhat better than Batman or similar. I think let's just say he is pretty similar. Now the next one on the list is Soldier Boy. Now Soldier Boy is also really good when it comes to high explosive splash damage, if that's how you want to call it, mainly with the radiation part. I do have to kind of agree upon how there's no radiation effect upon a person. Wait, I think this is just going to give an idea, but if there was radiation effect on a person after he does it, that would be very, very overpowered. Also, I do like how if you charge so many radiations at the same time, it doesn't just all go to zero. So let's just say you charge 40, it won't go all the way to zero. It'll just use up the max amount you can. I think if you charge up three radiations, then it'll do the explosion where he just stands there and is just saying, I won't go back, and just does the huge explosion. It'll just minus 3 out of it, if you get what I mean. And yeah, of course, the radiation also takes a lot of time to recharge as well, but it can be countered as well by some characters or a lot. So like maybe Spring Bonnie can work as in the Yellow Rabbit because he has a cupcake, and if you aim that correctly, yeah, it's gonna work. So I think same level as Paul as well, because the gun shoot and shield tackle are also good combination as well. Now the next one on the list, to be honest, he annoys me. Only when other people use it, that is, because every single time I have to go against someone with Rambo or Punisher, same person, they always just go far away, use the bullet rain, and then just come right at me. Now that is just absolutely annoying, you'll have to admit. But the spike trap, when I use it, I didn't really understand it. I still don't understand it to this day, unfortunately. But I think if you use him correctly, like not just run away, then I think you're actually considered a pro at it. So I think he's also around here. I think Paul and Soldier Boy are better than him though. Now the next one is Peacemaker. Peacemaker is actually pretty good for a first impression. I do like how he has the eagle move, where he shoots or where he makes the eagle attack you, but it doesn't act like the cupcake though. So just letting you know, it's pretty fast. So it's good when someone's just randomly running away as usual. I always do like characters that are able to counter people that just run away for absolutely no reason. So I do think he also has a good combo as well. So I think I would put him in the same level as Soldier Boy. Now the next one is Spectacular Spider-Man, and oh my god, I have to say he is by far the most hated one out of any Spider-Man skin, because he is actually so overpowered. I mean, if you just use the triple shot, the spider light, and the web swing, it is very overpowered. It kind of reminds me of the Yellow Rabbits combinations. And unfortunately, I did not want this, but he is going in S tier. He is very, very overpowered in close range. Now the next one is SCP guard. Now when I first used him, I don't think he was too bad overall. The second move can be countered as well at times, but at the same time not. If you're using throwing counters such as the yellow rabbit as well, but as long as you are far at range. So overall, I do think that he is almost similar in terms of rating to Peacemaker. So I'm just gonna put him here. Then now the next one is Vigilante. I just took a screenshot of Deathstroke instead because why not? Now, honestly, I do think that Vigilante deserves a better moveset. He's not exactly my favorite, especially with the sniper shot, because the sniper is very hard to control, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, every time I use a sniper, I just have to zoom in, and it just wouldn't work properly sometimes because I have to zoom in so quick. I'm just moving my scroll wheel so quick, and I can just sometimes miss. And then I have to immediately pull out of first person mode. Unfortunately, he's the only one that goes in C. I'm sorry about this. Now the next one is whoever this guy is. I actually don't know his name. But for first impressions, I would say he was pretty good. Sometimes I actually got beaten up by him. So that tells me a lot about his combos, that he has really overpowered combos. So I think I will put him around here. Actually, no, I'm just gonna put him here. Now the next one is Miles Morales. Miles is actually okay overall. The Venom Absorb is kind of weird as well. It kind of reminds me of Reverse Flash's vibrating hand, because what it's sometimes like whenever you close to a character, it kind of pulls them in. So overall, I do think he's okay. He also has similar movesets to Spider-Man. I forgot what his fourth move was. What was it again? Okay, I forgot which move that was, but I'm pretty sure it was a good one. So I think I'm gonna put him in around here. The one thing that's a little buggy is that his movement animation, but I kind of see the reference as well. That sometimes, that actually most of the times, whenever you use him, he moves in slow comic book style, which is actually a pretty good feature. It kind of like resembles the whole Across the Spider-Verse or Spider-Verse style animation. I don't know how you call it. The next one is Kratos. Now, when the game stopped getting updates, the Kratos was very laggy to use. He was by far one of the most laggiest characters, similar to Springtrap as well, but Springtrap was obviously worse. Now, is Kratos a good character? Yeah, I do think he's pretty good, and he's very underrated as well. So, I do think that I'm gonna put him here. He's very good at close combat as well. Even the Spartan Rage, although it limits his moveset, I can kind of see why, because he does a very strong amount of damage. Now the next one is Wednesday. She's okay overall. Wait, I can't put this back, so I'm just gonna put her here for now. This isn't the final result, but so basically Wednesday has a dual taser. She also has that Chala move. She also has that hand grab thingy, whatever it was, and the fourth move is the piercing with that sword. I also do like how she has her third move is like a predicting move. It like predicts the next move of a victim. So it's kind of like a mini spider sense. So how would I rate her? I think, to be honest, I she kind of reminds me of a mix of Moon Knight and Spider-Man. Because first off, the Chala move is kind of like changing the Sky move from Mr. Knight, and the third move is basically a mini spider sense. So I think I would put her. It's a hard decision to be honest. I think I would put her here. I do think maybe she could have been better or something. Also, it's kind of weird how he's the only one in C. That is disrespect. But what do you think of this tier list? Am I wrong here, or just am I right? Who knows? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've done some things wrong. Maybe I haven't even set them in the right order though. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you know once again that the next tier list is gonna be very big, and it's gonna be the last one. So I'm gonna try to make it worth it. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all the all of the characters that I've been tier listed today, and let me know if you agree upon this.